Okay, so today we're going to take you through an 8-minute activation sequence that you can do before you start running to, again, fire the muscles up and achieve a little bit of a stretch as well. We're going to go full body, starting upper body and working our way down. And of course, you can modify this sequence any way you like. If you're pressed for time and need to move through it a little quicker, that's fine. Or if you're feeling a little stiff like I am today, you can stretch it out a little longer as well. So we're going to start with just some nice, gentle arm swinging back and forth, opening the chest up a little bit, firing the back, and then of course the opposite where we're getting a little stretch through the back and firing the chest muscles a little bit. And again, this just has to be nice, easy movements. You don't have to do everything to the extreme. So again, just ease into all of these movements. And as you feel things opening up, you can try to increase the range of motion a little bit, increase the arm speed or whatever limbs you're moving. And hopefully by the time we're ready to hit this run, you're going to be feeling a lot better. Okay, we're going to move from front to back here to up and down. Again, just go as far as your limbs or your joints will allow you to. So comfortable range of motion. If you like, you can start bending the elbows at the top. Might feel that stretch a little bit through the triceps. As you're coming down, maybe through the front of the shoulders. Okay, we're going to test out your coordination here. We're going to go into the monkey swing. You might need to widen your base of support a little bit. And one arm is coming up, back behind the head. The other one is coming in front of the body. You may get a little bit of trunk rotation, so starting to open up that thoracic spine a little bit. If you feel any creakiness or anything like that, keep going. Hopefully it dissipates as you continue to activate. All right, we're going to continue on this trunk rotation. Again, farther open up the thoracic spine and just some gentle trunk rotations. You can keep looking forward, so detaching the body from the head. Or if you want to look around a little bit, like, why is that lawnmower making so much noise when I'm trying to shoot this video? All right, a few more here in the upper body. Again, shoulder width apart. If you want to widen even just a little bit more, that's fine. And we're just going to go reach and bend to the side. See if you feel that stretch a little bit in the lats, right through here. And of course, activating the shoulders a little bit more. We do use our upper body quite a bit in running, so if you're exclusively just warming up the lower body, you're probably cutting yourself a little bit short. All right, we're gonna get, again, a little bit of trunk rotation going, as well as some bending at the hips. So arms are coming out to the side. Again, little wider base of support, coming down, toe touch, alternate leg. May feel that stretch in the good old lower back here. It's definitely one of my favorites here, as I tend to be a little tight in the lower back with all the cycling and running that I do on a weekly basis. And again, go at your own speed. You can slow this down, or again, modify any way you need. See if you can engage the core a little bit, so a little bit of rigidity. All right, we're gonna move into the lower body a little bit. Just starting with an easy march. Bringing that heel up to the bum. Now we're going to add in a little bit of lateral motion here. So side to side, little butt kicks. Again, firing the hamstrings, probably feeling the stretch through the quads, through the front of the thighs, especially if you're a little tight again like I am today. All right, now we're gonna take it back into some air squats. Again, you can modify these however you like. Toes are pointed forward, about shoulder width apart, hips are coming back, core nice and engaged, nice neutral spine, coming down. Again, as far as you can. You can start with smaller squats, quarter squats, half squats, and then as you're feeling better and better, if you can increase that range of motion, get down nice and low. Again, activating the quads, the glutes. Should be feeling that stretch through the glutes and the hamstrings as well as you go down. And we only need to do about 8 to 10 of these. All right, we're gonna fire the glutes a little bit more with some step back lunges. So taking that step back, coming down, again, any range of motion, there we go, that you like. If you can't go knee to the ground, just go a little shallower. Should feel that stretch through the glutes as you're going down, and then of course activating them on the way up. Arm swings are going to be alternate. Of course, if you think too hard like I just did, you may mess that up. Again, that doesn't matter. All right, we're gonna go back to squats and again, add in a little bit of lateral motion. So out to the side, down, and back. So again, really good in terms of activation, but also stability as you decelerate. And if we want to get that upper body a little more engaged, we can start bringing the arms up over the head as well. A little more core stability required. Definitely feeling the heart rate coming up a little bit now. Breathing's coming up. And we'll bring her back to center. And same thing. This time forward lunge, a little bit harder in terms of the deceleration and the stability required in the knee joint. Same activation and stretch though as a step back lunge. All right, now we're just gonna get the calves fired up a little bit. Some gentle hopping, nothing too crazy. Just getting up on the toes, a little bit of bounciness. Now we can go in some 2-foot hopping. If you wanna do a little simulated jump rope, see if I lose my mic here. And we can start going forward and backwards. Again, good for the activation, but also the ankle stability. And maybe a little side to side. And of course, you can get as creative as you like, doing some figure 4 work. You can even take it to 1-foot hops if you're feeling really good. Same type of thing, forward and backwards, side to side. But again, make sure the ankles are feeling good because this will cause a little bit more stress on that ankle joint. And we'll see if this works at all with a little mic in my pocket here. We're gonna move it into some jumping jacks. Again, re-engage that upper body. A little bit of lateral motion. The last ones we're gonna finish off with are the good old leg swings. linear, lateral, and we'll do some hip circles as well. So if you do have something that you can stabilize yourself with a lot easier. Actually, I'm just gonna stay here today. We'll see how, no. Well, let's give it a go. So linear leg swings, back and forth. Again, I always prefer to be holding on to something. Of course, in some of the dynamic routines, you can use a pole or a broomstick. But for the sake of just this continuous shot here, we'll make it work. Good balance. All right, and we'll switch it over to the other leg. Not as coordinated. All right, we'll move her into lateral leg swings. So this is gonna go across the body, trying to keep the toe pointed forward. Should feel that stretch in the side of the glutes as you come across. And then of course you have that activation as you're sweeping out. And then of course the adductors, same thing, opposite. And again, highly recommend do this when you're holding on to something. But for demonstration purposes, this works. Next one will be hip circles. Again, you can do the standing, holding on to something, whatever helps you balance, and you're just giving nice big circles. You can also do this on the ground in the table position. So I'll demonstrate that just since I don't have anything to hold on to. So coming into the table position, back and around. And we'll switch it over to the other leg. And then of course you can go the other direction. And hopefully, after all this, you're feeling pretty good, all warmed up. In terms of the hips, this is going to be one of the most important parts to focus on for running. The other wonderful sequence that you can look up is the Myrtle sequence. And if you YouTube that, you can probably find a sequence there. But if not, I'll be doing one of those videos in the near future as well. So take your time, activate. You should be all ready to get running now. I know I'm feeling a lot better than when I just got here. And of course, that one took probably a little bit longer, just as I was explaining everything. You can move through that sequence a little quicker, or again, if you're feeling a little bagged like I am today, take your time, and I guarantee you it's really gonna help in terms of not only your running performance, but most importantly, staying injury-free.